Maple TA Exam Review Unit 3, question number 10. Identify the type of system of equations and solve the system of equations if possible. Just like the last two, I'm just going to go ahead and solve for y, and then we'll work through to see if it's dependent or independent or inconsistent. So we're going to work with this first one, and solving for y, I want to subtract 8x from both sides, doing the opposite of what is there so that it cancels out. So positive 8x minus 8x is 0, and we're left with negative 3y equals, keeping the 8 at the front so it's in slope-intercept form, is negative 8x, and that 5 is positive, so we'll do plus 5. Then we're going to take this and continue solving for y by dividing everything by that negative 3 to get rid of it. Negative 3, every single term. Divide by negative 3 and divide by negative 3. So on the left-hand side, we are left with the y, which is exactly what we wanted. And then we have negative 8 divided by negative 3 makes it positive. And I'm going to leave this as an improper fraction, 8 over 3, because slope is rise over run. So I don't want to change this to a mixed number. So we're going to keep that as our positive 8/3. And then positive 5 divided by negative 3 is negative, and I'm going to keep this one improper as well, negative 5/3. And let's move to the next one. Solving for y, we're going to subtract 24x from both sides so that I can get rid of it on that side. And positive 24 minus negative 24 is 0, so I'm left with negative 6y equals, keeping the x in front, negative 24x, and the 10 is positive, so we'll do plus 10. And then, because I'm working on the computer, this makes the next step very fast by copying and pasting to divide both sides by negative 6. All terms negative 6 and divide by negative 6. Okay, so on the left-hand side, negative 6 divided by negative 6 is positive y. Negative 24 divided by negative 6 gives me positive 4x. And then positive 10 divided by negative 6 is negative. And I'm going to reduce this one, although I am still going to leave it in improper as an improper fraction. But both 10 and 6 can be divided by 2, so that ends up being 5 over 3, so 5/3. Okay, so now I'm going to compare these two. I can see that we have different slopes, so they are not going to be parallel. They are going to intersect, however, at the exact same place on the y-intercept, or the y-axis. So we'll have the exact same y-intercept, but the slopes are different. So I, without even going much further, could even tell exactly where these two lines will intersect, which, lucky for us, if we wanted to, now, it's not asking, but we could say they will both intersect at the point 0, negative 5/3. It's not asking for that, but we do know that's where it is, so I know that it's going to intersect. Dependent meaning, so if I were to look over here, a dependent system means that they're the exact same equation and they're going to intercept the entire way. This definition matches, but that's not the system that we have. The next one says an independent system. The lines will cross in only one place and there's only one solution, and we just found it. So I'm going to select that. And just like the other two, they threw in a couple of things to throw you off. It's saying dependent is parallel, and that's wrong. So even this whole thing here doesn't make sense. An inconsistent system is parallel, and that is the true definition for inconsistent, but ours isn't an inconsistent system. And here, inconsistent, there's only one line. So this is the wrong definition for inconsistent. This definition goes with dependent. But this is our answer.